I'm CT. When I'm not busy being Arroe, the podcaster, I live in the real world. I mean, everybody has to have a job, right? Mine just happens to be CS. You know, customer service, solutions, relationships, while keeping my team motivated and pumped up to keep a constant connection with each and every person who has chosen to stop into our location. Episode number 136, Blood on the Floor, Access to Weirdness, and Velvet Taco. This is C.T.C.S.
8:08 a.m. No transition walk today. Headed to a movie premiere. Huge movie premiere this morning. I don't know if there's going to be a transition walk. I've been blessed the last couple of weeks going to these movie premieres and then having a few extra minutes to hit the Greenway. But I'm not a fan of Thursdays. Thursdays are my Mondays. And, the pressure's on, man. You suddenly, you have 3 days of this enormous amount of freedom to do whatever you want. And then you have to rush back to the corporate world. So here we go. CS, positive attitude, right? Solutions. Oh, man, I can't believe it. I was given enough time to stop by this Greenway before going into CS. A transition walk is something that you get used to, addicted to. It becomes a part of your walking way, and it gives me an opportunity to be with nature before being with people. And after a 2.5-hour movie, driving way out of town, way out of town, and then racing to get back in with all that traffic. So, yeah, on this path, and thank God we've got these Greenways. I'm with nature. It's time to meditate. It's time to bring in the scent of springtime Carolina. We just got word that there's blood on the floor, aisle number 1. Headed over there to find out if it's really blood or if it's jelly. But someone said it's honest to God human blood. While mopping up the blood on aisle number 1, it came over my headset. The person who is bleeding is in aisle 4, and there's a lot more blood. So we got to get the first aid kit over there. So, this is how the day starts off. Blood on the floor from a human. And very dangerous. I've got it's like a hazmat, kind of gloves and all that kind of stuff on, for my own personal safety. Here's an update on the blood on the floor on aisles 1, 2, 3, and 4. It was an older gentleman who had a cut on the tip of his finger. And so he didn't realize he reactivated the injury and he was bleeding. But when he found out that he was bleeding, oh my God. So thank God we had that first aid kit and we were able to help him out. But we needed to figure out if somebody had been injured in the store because, that's insurance right there. When it rains, it pours. We had a woman, maybe 35, 36 years old, come up to us and say, look, I think I did something really bad. And we're going, oh, geez. First the blood, now this. Did something really bad. She said that she received a phone call saying that there was a warrant out for her arrest. Now, keep in mind, 35, 36 years old, a warrant out for her arrest, and she needed to give them $3,000 in Bitcoin. $3,000. And we all know scammers, con artists. Who's going to call you and tell you there's a warrant out for your arrest and to send $3,000? Well, she wanted her money back because it was our Coinstar. So she says, can I just get my money back? Oh, at that point in time, you just call the police and see where they can go from there. That was quite the interesting angle that this winner of the lottery ticket just went through. And she won $500. I instantly congratulated her. Come on, you just won $500. And she looks at me with her stern accent and she says, Don't congratulate me. She says, it's very bad what I'm doing. It's very bad. And I said, well, have a great day then. And she says, oh, I just can't believe I'm so bad. This is every bit the reason why I say that kids can't spell. So I'm holding a pizza here. It's a Culla Power pizza, America's #1 gluten-free pizza brand. And so you're familiar with buffalo wings, things that are buffalo. Well, this is what they do with their pizza. It's the Buffalo pizza. Buffalo. And you wonder why kids can't spell and why they can't properly pronounce things. Buffalo. Or is that good marketing? What do you think? What would you do? Transition walk, day number 2 out of 4. Man, walking through this forest today with those cicadas. I know the voice or the noise cancellation on this microphone, you probably can't hear it, but man, it's like a rock concert out here. Had a general manager ask me yesterday. His question was, why do you come here with so much passion? Why are you so happy? And you know what the answer was? I wanted to share. The answer I wanted to share was, have you heard C.T.C.S? Because it really gets deep into the soul of how I prep for stuff like this. My answer was I just enjoy being with people and creating solutions. So that was my buyout. But yeah, the real answer is, have you heard C.T.C.S? The guest has a question about cold Mexican corn over in the produce section, fresh. And she says, look, man, the sign says $4.50, and you guys charge me $4.99. She says, I'll go take a picture of it. And I said, no, I'll go over there because I would like to find out myself. So I get over there. The mangoes were $4.50. The corn was $4.99. So I take it back and I explain to her and I show her the picture. And her reply was, well, who would move the corn over there where the mangoes are? And I go, it could have been Margaret who lives down the street playing a prank on people, but no, it's still $4.99. A mile marker of a moment. I've been inside this store since January of 2021, and I really do try to say hello and be very nice to every single person I come in contact with. And sometimes, I just to see if they recognize me, I allow them to say hello first. So it's kind of like that, that little game you play. Well, for 3.5 years now, this woman who looks kind of grumpy all the time, I stop and I say, hey, how are you doing? Hello, how are you doing? Today, for the first time in 3.5 years, she was the first one to say hello. Wow. Yeah, that made me feel good. I always like it when Red Bull comes out with a brand new flavor. Well, for the summer of 2024, they've got one called Summer. Comes in a bright green can, and everybody's been bragging about it, saying it's the best thing that they've tasted in a very long time from Red Bull. So let's give it a shot. It's got kind of it's not as harsh as a regular Red Bull. It's kind of sweeter, but it's a lot smoother as well. This is one of those things that would go probably really good with some vodka. Well, it is Velvet Taco Friday. I don't have the official names of the tacos that we're doing tonight, but we're wrapping up the fish collection. One of them actually has lobster on it, and I'm going to try that one first. But we'll find out from Tristan which one she really likes the most. But this one looks like it's got avocado, lobster, it's got some steak in it, and pico sauce. So it's going to be very interesting to find out what this is going to taste like. Wow. I was expecting kind of a hot flavor, but they go all out kind of sweet on this one with the lobster. Very interesting, and it's not even fishy like. That's going to make this one probably one of my favorites. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to try the second one, which has got avocado in it. It looks like it has some corn, probably the Mexican corn, and shrimp. Ooh, there's lots of shrimp in this one. So we've gone from the lobster to the shrimp at this time. This one is a really overstuffed taco. Much different. I would say that the cilantro is giving it a kind of a different flavor on this one. Kind of a flat flavor. This one doesn't work for me. So what are the official names of the tacos that we had tonight?
One was the Mexicali shrimp, and one was the weekly taco feature called the El Jefe.
Okay.
El Jefe.
The shrimp one. Okay, the title of it. Okay, that explains a lot, because I thought that the corn and the tomatoes took away from it. But I love the way the shrimp tasted, but I thought that there was maybe a little bit too much corn. What'd you get?
Maybe I had a different ratio of corn in mine. Mine had a lot of pico on it, so the pico did wonders for the shrimp. Because it was a little bit on the temperature cold side, but the flavor was there. It was on point.
I guess maybe it's because I started out with the lobster first, which was wonderful.
The lobster had a little kick to it. I did do that the opposite. I did the Mexicali shrimp first, and then I did the El Jefe. The lobster, every bite was different. I really, really liked it because, one would be spicy, one would be potatoes, one would be lobster steak, one would just be steak. I really liked the variety. No two bites were the same.
Yeah. Transition walk, day number 3 out of 4. We've been waiting all day. It's been storming out here. Spring southern storms. Man, I didn't think we were going to get out here in this forest today. It's killing me. Because you got to have that transition walk. I got to be out here with my little girl, Jazzy, to clear the mind, the body, the soul, to get ready to go into CS, where there's going to be nothing but a bunch of people screwing around with your head and heart. So you get all filled up again. But thank God tomorrow's Sunday, because then I can get my Jesus on. Kentucky Derby Day, and that means I've got my derby hat on. Big old bright red with a flower hanging on the side hat. Oh yeah, man. If you give me the opportunity to be weird, I'm going to take you up on it. And then tomorrow is Cinco de Mayo. I've got a taco hat. Ooh, wait till those people see my taco hat tomorrow. A gentleman, maybe 23, 24 years old, steps up to my register. He's got like $60 in flowers, a big, gigantic bouquet, 2 giant bottles of wine. I asked him, you celebrating your anniversary or your birthday? He looks at me with the biggest smile on his face and he says, I'm meeting my girlfriend's mother for the very first time. Holy crap. Is that a good way to get on her good side or what? Oh my God. This man must be in love. Part of what we do in CS is we go out and we help those that are on the register. We bag for them just to get the job going and get them smoother. Because remember, the job of the bagger and the one on the register is to get them in the store and get them out of the store. I understand having a conversation and being engaged and getting to know who your community is. But when you start standing there for 6 and 7 minutes with one customer while everybody else has gone through 3 or 4, now we have a problem. So you try to have a conversation with them about it and they go, so what am I doing wrong? You don't have to tell your life story to every person that comes in. And maybe that makes me a curmudgeon or something, but that's the goal. Move them, be cordial, be gentle, listen to them, get them on their way. What does that guy want?
He wants a receipt that doesn't say what the products are that he bought, just like the total cost.
Is that a possibility?
No, not with our registers.
So he's buying something that he shouldn't be buying? Probably KY jelly? Maybe some Astroglow?
Astroglow? What the
hell? What's that?
Astroglide?
Astroglide, that's it.
What the hell was that?
There for a second, I actually thought I knew what I was talking about.
Nope. So close.
Transition walk, day number 4 out of 4, Cinco de Mayo, which means I'm going to be putting on that taco hat today. Yeah. Try to get into the action of it all. You know, weird things from weird people make other people smile, or they create situations where people go, I don't like that guy. He's just so freaking weird. Well, I got my God on today, so I got my shield on. And so, you know, you just kind of reacquaint yourself with why you're doing what you're doing in customer service, and that is serving the people. You're called. People have a real crap life, or maybe they're just going through a moment where they want to take it out on you. And you take it, because you're going to give them the solution. Holy crap. 2 days of hard rain in the Carolinas, and I'll tell you what, I mean, everybody has decided with the sunshine that, hey, this is it, man, let's go do some grocery shopping. So we're 5 deep in every single lane. You have to hit it 150 miles an hour. And what would Cinco de Mayo be without a theft, or at least an attempted theft? You spot them, because they've got something inside their basket that signifies, you know, that's not what the average person does. For instance, on this one, there was a ton of Tupperware. I mean, a ton. The kind of stuff that you would grab and take it to a flea market and get some money for. Plus, a lot of frozen food, a lot of the different chickens and different sticks and stuff. You know, 1 or 2 bags is okay, but 12 bags of frozen chicken wings? You know, so you start getting a little bit closer to them just to engage in a conversation, and then all of a sudden they just walk away from the basket. And guess what? I get to put it all away. Well, ain't that the shit? A young couple, comes up, they want to get a store card so they can get some discounts and get some, you know, gasoline points and things like that. I see their driver's license, and it says Wyoming. And I looked at her and I go, what part of Wyoming? Oh, well, I'm from Sheridan, Wyoming. And everything stopped in my world. I was born in Sheridan, Wyoming in June of 1962. We were talking about Sheridan and Ranchester, Independence Rock, and the Teapot Dome, Cheyenne, Casper. And it's like everything stopped so that we could sit there and just connect. So, man, it's not every day that you meet somebody from your hometown, especially a town like Sheridan, Wyoming. Normally, I'm pretty good at figuring out people's dialects. No matter what country you're from, I'll figure out what you're saying. We're just going to take our time. But I had a guest tonight come up and say, looking for kitty, okay? And I'm going, kitty litter? Kitty food? No. And I'm going, kitty. What? I said, what is kitty? And then through the phone, I heard someone say, Sour Patch candy. Oh, we laughed about it pretty hard.
There you go. Another exciting edition of C.T.C.S. Hey, do me a favor. Create your own podcast. That's what's missing from the world today. Comparing our businesses, the ups, the downs, the twists, the turns, the laughter, the inside jokes, the outside jokes, everything that's happening at your business. Let us meet your wizard behind the curtain. See you next week.